Hey Eric, I just wanted to first of all thank you for the interview that you gave me about a month or two back. I really appreciate it. I really needed it for the project. It really helped out. I have my phone here because I have a couple pointers and things that I want to touch on. But first and foremost, like I said, I want to say thanks for the interview. Um, One of the main things that I did learn from you is how much you can and can't show on TV. I mean, that was huge for me because I covered a suicide story last year, I believe. Some guy jumped from the 25th floor of 25 Park Place, and he just splattered on the floor. And we decided to show the blood that was on the sheet, and we got a lot of flack about it. But I mean, I feel like I don't know. I still have kind of like iffy feelings about it, but now I kind of know how much you can and can't show on TV, what you can and can't show, things like that. Um, Another thing that I learned is do not go past the no trespassing sign, um, because you told me that one of your photographers did it and he basically almost got sued, and you guys didn't fire him, but he got a warning for it. So that's something else that I learned, and also to cover everything fairly, because you told me that you would cover the KKK and the NAACP, and you had to ask the tough questions to both groups. Even though the NAACP was going for some of the same things you were going for, you had to ask them the exact same tough questions that you asked the KKK. You couldn't show any bias of some sort. And that's sort of like the thing that I have to learn as well as a journalist in general. Um, you got to kind of know what questions to ask, how to ask them, and always ask the tough questions no matter who you're interviewing. Like, say, if I'm interviewing President Becker about the CBA agreement or the Georgia State and GPC merger or something like that, you have to ask them the tough questions. You cannot beat around the bush. Even if I'm asking the police chief about something like, not personal, but kind of thing. Like if I'm asking him about like some new security measure at the school, I have to make sure I ask him the hard-hitting questions. I can't beat around the bush. My job as a journalist is to question. And one of the main things that you pointed out, like I said, when you were showing the bias or whatnot, it kind of hit on one of the topics that we learned, which was Kant's categorical imperative. And that's basically not showing any partiality between anything. And we learned a lot with that. So I just really want to thank you for the interview. I'm going to most definitely keep in contact with you. I didn't look at my phone the whole time, so I remembered everything I had to say. But I just want to appreciate you for the interview. We're most definitely going to keep in contact. You know that already. And thanks. I really appreciate it. It really helped me out. It got me a good grade on the project in general, and a good grade on my analysis paper, the interview transcript that we did. The actual interview itself was what, about 20 minutes, like 18, 20 minutes. I think I cut some of it because it was just a little off the topic that we was talking about, but I'm going to stay on the topic for the transcript that I had to turn in. But I really appreciate the interview. I really do. Thank you.